Welcome to Wrestling Rampage, another Q&A. Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/WrestleRampage. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Wrestling Rampage, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Wrestling Rampage. Let's get to the questions.
Who is more hated, Brock Lesnar or John Cena?
Well, they're both pretty hated. Jacqueline Short sucks. John Cena sucks. Guy version 2. No one gives a fuck. You got part-time Brock Lesnar, and you got full-time John Cena. Nobody cares. I hate their guts both. And they both have no talent.
Why did WWE misuse Rob Van Dam?
Why WWE misuse Rob Van Dam? Because they don't like Rob Van Dam. Because he speaks his mind. He tells the truth. And they had the audacity. WWE had the audacity to put Rob Van Dam saying Rob Van Dam does not put talent over. Well, goddamn, he's putting 50 million talent over. Cesaro, Fandango, he put over Curtis Axel, he put over Joe Schmo, he probably even put over the hot dog guy in the stands. That's how much he don't care on losing. None like John Cena, who does care about losing.
Thoughts on Joe Rogan's comments on bashing pro wrestling?
Well, let me tell you this, JoJo. You bashing pro wrestling, that's cool. You know, wrestling sucks now anyway. But it's more better than what you are. Look at you. You can't even announce, alright? You can't announce in UFC. You always got to rely on this Mike guy. I don't know who Mike is in UFC. I don't watch a lot of UFC, so that's how much I don't care about either. And you do this fear factor. You make people eat fucking animal nuts, animal dicks. You make people eat fucking cockroaches. You make people go and goddamn in the water with snakes. You make them fall out of the goddamn sky. You know, let me tell you something, Joe. If you don't like wrestling, that's fine and dandy. You know, that's fine and dandy. But, let me tell you, your comedy show sucks. How many people do you put in there? 500 people in a nightclub? So fuck you, Joe Rogan. You could suck it.
Why does everyone hate Vince Russo so much?
Why does everyone hate Vince Russo so much? Because he can't book out of his way a paper bag. He sucks. Anytime when he came to the WWF, he said that he's the guy. He is the guy that made Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock and all these guys. Vince, they didn't need you. They didn't need some buggy whip arm motherfucker like you. You're just a goof. You're a goof. When you were in WCW, when you were in Turner, yeah, you said you were going to make WCW a new direction. I didn't see one new direction. I always saw Lex Luger and all these guys still on top, so you didn't change a goddamn thing. Alright? You didn't change a damn thing. And you disrespected Jim Ross. You made fun because he had Bell's palsy. Let me tell you something. You couldn't hold fucking Jim Ross's nuts, okay? You couldn't even hold hold one of his nut hairs. That's how much I don't care about you. And your buggy whip arms, you got big fucking eyes, and you look like a goof because you are a goof. When you came in WCW, you jacked off the Road Warrior music, and you went and you thought everyone loved you because you're the savior of WCW. You're a piece of crap.
Why do people that watch WWE think that other promotions are just small independent promotions?
Well, that's what WWE wants you to believe. If you're a WWE, all the people in the WWE, all they watch is WWE 24/7. That's all they watch. They probably fucking buy the WWE network at $9.99 like always. They mention that every 5 seconds. But that's where you learn. Small independent promotions. You go to the high school gyms. You go to the National Guard armories. You go to all these small buildings, and that's where you learn. That's where you learn the trade of actual wrestling. That's where wrestling was wrestling. is in those high school gyms and National Guard armories and stuff like that. So, in my opinion, that's just my opinion. That's where you learn.
Does Triple H know what's best for business?
Nope. Slow-headed caveman don't know what's best for business. He never has known what's best for business. He always books himself on top, or books someone like him, like a Brock Lesnar who's a part-time Jack Link Shorts. So he has no talent. Look, yeah, he signed Kevin Steen, he signed Kenta and Prince Devitt, but what are they going to do with Kevin Steen? They're going to change his name. What are they going to call him? Kevin Stein? And then you see fucking Kenta, what are they going to call him? Fucking, let's give him, Tachiri number 2. And what are you going to call fucking Prince Devitt? What are you going to call him? Scotty Goldman version 2? That's my take on it.
What do you think about UFC fighters in professional wrestling?
What do I think of UFC fighters in professional wrestling? It's alright. If it's a good UFC fighter, like Rampage Jackson, But Brock Lesnar, Mr. Jack Link Shorts himself, he can't wrestle anyway. And you got Booby Lindsay, who can't wrestle. So, yeah, there you go. And you got King Mo. I never seen this guy in UFC. I've never seen him have one match. So I don't know who King Mo is, to be honest with you.
Top 5 worst wrestling games of all time.
Top 5 worst wrestling games. Definitely on the list is that WWF Crash Hour, if you don't remember it. Let me tell you, if you didn't play it, you made the best decision of your life not to play that game. Nitro, WCW Nitro, WCW Thunder. Definitely WCW Backstage Assault. My gosh, that game was so awful. I couldn't even play that motherfucker. That's how bad that game was. And I have to go with the last one. I thought the game sucked. Was that WWF WrestleMania the arcade game. That's my opinion.
Top 5 worst feuds ever.
Billy Kidman versus Hulk Hogan. Billy Kidman versus Hulk Hogan was one of the 5. Because Hulk Hogan was a big name. And he's in there with a bean pole like Billy Kidman, who couldn't draw your flies. So, and then have to go with Hornswoggle and Chavo. This is just an embarrassment to Chavo. Him losing to the guy who stocks at the bottom shelf at Target. So, and number 3, I have to go with DDP and Undertaker, because DDP stalking his wife Sarah. That's not DDP. DDP had a hot wife in Kimberly. Why would he want Sarah? Sarah wasn't that impressive anyway. But then I have to go with Nick Patrick versus Earl Hebner. 2 referees. Like anyone cares about that. Who cares about seeing 2 fucking referees that can't wrestle? It was no use. And then I have to go with Howard Finkel versus Harvey Whippleman. Never dare I say more.
Alright, last question. Do you think that Dolph Ziggler is overrated?
No! No way! Dolph Ziggler's not overrated. He's underrated. He could cut a fucking promo. He could wrestle. He can work. He could sell like nobody's business. So in my opinion, Dolph Ziggler is one of the greatest talents the WWE has. Thank you for watching. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/WrestlingRampage. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestlingRampage. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Wrestling Rampage. Thank you for watching.